locate them. They've had reports of the bears getting into trash, bird feeders, and just showing up often in residential areas. This is video from previous bear sightings in New Mexico last month. Game and Fish says this activity will likely continue until early October, when the acorns bears feast on are ready.
Those acorns.
Delicious. Hey, you know, it makes it harder with all the heat. The good news is the heat's going to start to back off, but it's not backing off right now. We're at 100 degrees in the metro. By the way, yesterday we hit 100. Today we've hit 100. This is rough going out there, and you're probably feeling it the second you walk outside. So you figure, let's go up to, say, one of the highest towns and highest valleys in New Mexico, in the Moreno Valley. How cool is it there? They're in the 80s, to give you an idea. They don't get in the 80s very often. They are now. You can see a shower push through a little bit earlier and maybe take the edge off that heat, but it has been hot everywhere. As far as the storms go, they've been pretty limited. With high pressure right over us, it doesn't allow us to bring in all that much moisture. So we see an occasional shower forming over the Sandias and Manzanos. Those have pretty much dissipated. Meanwhile, across the southwest, these are our best areas of showers, just north of Silver City and then up toward Reserve and north of Reserve, essentially between Reserve and Gallup at this point. We have some of our best showers as well. A lot of these are just hugging the state line with Arizona, but not doing much to help us out throughout most of the state. And across the northeast, we are seeing an expansion of storms coming off the northern mountains and pushing to the east. These two, though, are pretty limited in scope. You can see there's not a whole lot of action out there for us. We need that high to shift, and it will later on this week, and that's going to be key for us. I'll explain that in 1 second. Right now, oh, my apologies, actually, we're down to 99. So we are starting to cool things down just a little bit. Maybe not. 90s to the north and down to the south. Temperatures triple-digit heat. Alamogordo, Deming, we're still at 100 in Farmington, 98 in Cortez, and 100 in Tucumcari. So pretty much across the state here, extreme heat for us right now. That high is essentially anchored across the Four Corners area, not allowing anything to really get cranked up storm-wise. It's really put a lid on the atmosphere. We have enough moisture at the surface. You can probably feel that. And in the metro area, you could probably feel it last night with a few storms. But there's not enough moisture across the atmosphere, and we're not getting enough lift across the atmosphere to really help us form a lot of storms. So what could eventually change all that? Well, if this high moves, that would go a long way toward helping us, and it will. As we head toward Wednesday, this high is going to get shoved over to the east, and what that does for us is get the monsoon flow set up from the south and from the east, and that'll drag that moisture up into the state here, and we'll start touching off storms, more widespread storms on Wednesday. And it looks like Thursday could be our peak day to at least see the chance at storms. Not everybody's going to get wet on Thursday, but at least we're going to do a lot better than we've been doing here throughout the past few days. And as far as the next 24 hours goes, not all that impressive. Tomorrow afternoon will form more storms over the northern mountains, west central mountains, and down into the southwest. And then as we get into Wednesday, we'll start to see things expand. But by the noon hour on Wednesday, it won't be that great. But by Wednesday afternoon, we'll start to expand those storms, and things will make some improvement for us. Across the northwest for tomorrow, the extreme heat continues. 99 in Farmington, 98 in Cortez, 93 in Gallup. But check out what happens in Durango and Farmington Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Much better chance at showers, and temperatures come down. The western half to three-quarters of the state will be favored for these storms once that high shifts. So that's going to mean places like the Four Corners. 90s around Glenwood for tomorrow with the chance of a shower. Better chances Wednesday, Thursday. South and east, quiet again tomorrow. Temperatures warm, but not as warm as in other parts of the state, where we'll still be over 100 degrees off to the north and east in areas like Tucumcari. Meanwhile, across the northeast for tomorrow, Conchas at 191, Las Vegas, and 92 and more, and over the northern mountains for tomorrow. Spot chance at a storm again, or up to scattered chances if we can get enough moisture in there. And then it looks like Wednesday, Thursday in Santa Fe, our best chances to pick up storms. East Mountains, slight chance of a storm tomorrow. We had a couple get going today. We'll see if we can crank up a few more for tomorrow. And same deal here in the metro. Extreme heat again tomorrow. But then, as you can see with the 7-day forecast, we do have improvement. High 93 on Wednesday, just 87 Thursday, with a chance much higher for storms.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Sports is next.